The walker on your television costs $645, cash only, and Medicare will not pay a cent of it. The walker at the store costs $77, and Medicare will happily cover most of that one. Same four wheels, same seat, same handbrakes, same walk to the mailbox. And the cheapest product in all of senior mobility hides one of the biggest tricks of all, a $100 machine wearing a $400 costume. And this one is personal, because a Rollator was the first thing my mother actually needed, not the first thing someone tried to sell her. So we ranked 12 entries in the walker and Rollator business, 7 that are robbing you or dressed up to, and 5 that are actually worth it. And number 1 is not a product, it is the front door of the whole system, and it turns a $600 television walker into an out-of-pocket cost of about $20 to $40. Stay for that, because this is the one video in the series where the system genuinely works if you know which door to use. Number 12 is not a brand, it is a costume, the upright walker costume, and it is the trick I promised you. An upright walker is a Rollator with taller arms. You rest your forearms on padded supports and walk standing straighter instead of hunched over the handles. And I will give you the honest part. First, the posture benefit is real for many people. Physical therapists do recommend the upright style for backs and wrists that hurt on standard handles. The design is not the trick. The price is. The upright category sells for $495 to $695. And the industry justifies it with words like posture technology and clinical positioning. But walk the aisles of one national retailer and the costume falls off. On the same website, an upright walker from the television brand Journey lists at $545, and an upright walker from Medline, one of the biggest medical equipment makers in the country, lists at $89.95. Same category, same forearm supports, same shelf, 6 times the price. The extra $450 is not buying posture. Posture is free. It is buying the television commercial that taught you the expensive one's name, but at least the costume category contains real machines, including one so honest about its luxury that it charges you by the gram. Number 11 is byACRE, the Scandinavian carbon fiber Rollator, the top of this entire market at around $600, and I will be fair because I always am. It genuinely is the lightest serious Rollator you can buy, and if you lift a walker into a car trunk twice a day, every saved pound is real value your shoulders will thank you for. This is not a scam, it is a luxury. But call it what it is. At $600 against a $77 machine that does the same job, you are paying by the gram, the way watch buyers pay for titanium. If the budget is comfortable and the weight matters daily, enjoy it with open eyes. But no one should believe the carbon frame is a mobility decision. It is a lifestyle purchase wearing a medical label, and on a fixed income, the $77 machine and $500 still in the bank is the stronger medicine. Number 10 is the opposite end, the ghost brands, the no-name Rollators from companies with unpronounceable names and unfindable warranties. And here the stakes are higher than they were with lift chairs for one mechanical reason. A Rollator has handbrakes, and you sit on it. The brakes are the one component that absolutely must work every time, on a machine that carries a human being. A ghost brand with no parts line and no service network is fine for a phone case. It is the wrong gamble for the thing between your mother and the pavement. The lesson from the lift chair video holds, cheap is not the problem, and some low-priced brands have real support and thousands of real reviews. The problem is a low price from a company that will not exist when the brake cable stretches. Buy cheap from somebody real. If your family uses any of this equipment, subscribe. My parents got burned 3 times before I started doing this research, and I break down every industry that sells to seniors, so your family does not have to learn it the expensive way. And stay close, because the television walker is coming, and the story of why Medicare will not touch it is the single most useful thing in this video. Number 9 is a sentence, and it is the sentence the entire television door is built on, because by now you know this channel collects expensive sentences. The sentence is, "We do not bill Medicare." Here is why it matters in this product more than any other. Walkers and Rollators are one of the most reliably Medicare-covered products in existence, covered under Part B as basic durable medical equipment, and they have been for decades. So when a mobility seller tells you they do not work with Medicare, they are not describing a rule. They are describing a choice. Their choice. And the deflection that usually follows is a small masterpiece. The products are FSA and HSA eligible, they say, which sounds like insurance, and is not. Those are workplace savings accounts, and most retired people no longer have them. Translated into plain language, the sentence means, the government would pay for most of this category. We have arranged things so it cannot pay here, and you will be paying cash. Any company selling a covered product outside the system that covers it has told you its pricing strategy out loud, which brings us to the machine on your television. Number 8 is the UPWalker, sold by Journey Health and Lifestyle, and if that company name sounds familiar, it should. This is the third time it has appeared in this series because it is the perfect sleep chair company. The UPWalker is the upright walker from the commercials, and honestly, it is a well-liked product. Buyers praise it, therapists recommend the upright style, and the design deserves its reputation. Then comes the receipt. The standard model has been listed online at $645, cash. And their own customer questions page states it plainly. The company does not diagnose, prescribe, accept, or process insurance claims. That sentence is doing a lot of quiet work, and we are about to translate it. And here is the part every family needs to hear slowly. The UPWalker is not covered by Medicare. Not because upright walkers cannot be covered, they can. From the right sellers. It is not covered because its supplier is not enrolled in Medicare and does not accept Medicare assignment. The company sits, deliberately, outside the one system that pays for walkers. Coverage guides add one more detail, that at several times the price of a traditional walker, it strains Medicare's own cost-effectiveness standard. And then read the warranty. The frame is covered for life, which sounds wonderful, until the fine print covers the parts that actually wear, the wheels, the brakes, the seat, the hand grips, for 6 months, and voids the entire warranty the moment the walker is given to anyone else. A lifetime warranty that excludes everything that moves is a lifetime warranty on the part that never breaks. So here is the tell for this entire industry. Number 7. In the one product category where Medicare reliably pays, any seller standing outside Medicare is the tell. In the walk-in tub business, the tell was no price on the phone. In the bed business, it was the word on the box. Here, it is simpler than both. The walker business has a front door where the government pays 80% and a television door where you pay everything. A company that builds its store at the television door has told you exactly which of you it is designed to serve. The product is a commodity. The channel is the price. And everything changes when you walk through the front door instead. Here are 5 ways through it. Number 5 is the honest floor, and in this category, it is genuinely excellent. Medline's folding rollator sells for about $77. A well-reviewed budget brand called Zoto sells an $80 rollator, carrying hundreds of real customer reviews. Basic walkers without wheels start at $30. These are real companies with real parts and real reviews, and the machines do the entire job. 4 wheels, a seat for resting, handbrakes, a basket for the shopping. Nothing on the $600 machines makes the walk to the mailbox safer than these do. And Drive Medical, one of the biggest mobility equipment makers in the world, fills the shelf between them with even its upgraded lightweight model listing under $300, which means the fanciest version from a giant of this industry still costs less than half of the television walker. The floor of this market is not a compromise. It is the market before the costumes go on. Number 4 is Nova, and it earns its place for one under-discussed reason: fit. Nova builds rollators in actual sizes, petite models for smaller frames, junior heights, standard builds, priced around $170 to $200, with a 3-wheel model around $170 for narrow homes and tight hallways. And fit is not a luxury in this product. A rollator with handles at the wrong height puts weight on the wrists and shoulders, which is the exact problem the $600 upright walkers advertise themselves as solving. Very often, the posture problem is not your body. It is a wrong-sized walker. A correctly sized $200 machine solves what a $500 costume is sold to treat. Number 3 is the costume killer, and I already showed it to you. The Medline Upright Walker, $89.95. Forearm supports, upright posture, height adjustable, from one of the biggest medical suppliers in the country. If the upright style is what your body needs, this is the same idea as the television machine for about 1/7 of the money. Put this next to number 12, and the entire upright premium collapses into a single sentence. The posture was never the product. The commercial was. Number 2 is the front door itself, and it is the best hero I have found in any of these industries. Medicare Part B covers walkers and rollators as durable medical equipment. With a prescription from an enrolled supplier that accepts assignment, Medicare pays 80% of the approved amount after the annual deductible of about $240. And the coverage does not stop at the purchase. If the walker is lost, stolen, or damaged in an accident, Medicare pays for replacement. When it wears out under your ownership, repairs are covered. Even upright walkers are covered from enrolled suppliers, which is the fact that television pricing depends on you never learning. Short-term need, it can be rented through the same system. And if your parents are on a Medicare Advantage plan instead of traditional Medicare, those plans are required by law to cover, at minimum, everything Part B covers. So this same front door exists there too, through the plan's own supplier network. After all the games and word tricks in the other industries, here, finally, is one product where the system works exactly as designed for anyone who uses the front door. And number one is the method, the front door, step by step. One afternoon. Step 1, see the doctor, describe the mobility trouble honestly, and ask for a walker prescription. This is one of the most routine prescriptions in American medicine. Step 2, open the supplier directory on Medicare's own website and find an enrolled supplier near you that accepts assignment. The directory marks them. Step 3, choose the walker with your own hands, the right height, the right width for the hallway, the seat, the brakes. Step 4, Medicare pays its 80%. And your share of a $100 to $200 Rollator lands somewhere around $20 to $40 out of pocket. Now put the two doors side by side one last time. The television door, $645, cash, no Medicare. Wear parts covered for 6 months. The front door, a prescription, a real supplier, a machine you touched before buying for the price of a family dinner. Same 4 wheels, same seat, same walk to the mailbox. My mother walks to hers every morning on the $20 door. The commercial was never selling a better walker. It was selling a more expensive door. 12 entries, 5 industries covered so far on this channel, and one lesson so consistent it stopped being a coincidence a long time ago. The price is never attached to the machine. It is attached to the door the machine is sold through. A covered price is a price. A television price is a donation to an ad budget. If someone you love uses a walker or is starting to need one, send them this video before they dial a number off the screen. That is genuinely why I make these. And drop a comment with what your family paid for a walker or Rollator and where you bought it, because these comment sections have become the price list this industry never wanted to exist. Subscribe, because next time, by your request, we are going back to adjustable beds, and this time we are ranking them, every base worth your money, worst to best, by what you actually get for the price.